Good evening, and welcome to a new video on the channel. Our case today took place on October 1st, 2020. We will travel together to a neighborhood called Reedley, a quiet place located outside the town of Burnley in England. The day began like any other morning. But at 8:45 a.m., a call came into Lancashire Police. A call that would shatter the peace of that morning. Someone reported seeing smoke coming from a house and was concerned for the safety of its occupants. When the officers arrived, they were met with a horrifying scene. The house was engulfed in flames, and inside were two bodies. The victims were identified as Dr. Saman Mir Sattarivand and her daughter Vian. Dr. Saman was a respected psychiatrist working with the Lancashire and South Cumbria NHS Foundation Trust, and Vian was an outstanding student at Marsden Heights School in nearby Nelson. She was known for her intelligence and zest for life. They shared a close bond and lived together in their home on Colne Road, a place that was supposed to be their safe haven. But that morning, something went terribly wrong. The house showed clear signs of fire, smoke stains on the walls, burnt furniture. But not everything had been consumed by flames. Investigators noticed something else: strange messages written on the walls. Cryptic phrases such as, "Mom is evil," and "This house is cursed." Were these clues to what happened? Or something even more sinister? The police launched a full investigation. They sealed off the house while forensic teams combed through the debris. The scene raised many questions. Was this a targeted attack? Did the fire start accidentally? Or was evidence deliberately tampered with? And what about those eerie messages? Detectives began questioning the neighbors. Had anyone seen anything unusual in the days prior? Did Saman or Vian mention any problems? Did they have any enemies? Who would want to hurt this beloved doctor and her daughter? But before we answer those questions, let's take a moment to get to know the victims. Dr. Saman Mir was born in Pakistan into a close-knit family. She was the eldest daughter. Her brother, Mir Saad Hussain, described her as kind and loved by everyone. She excelled academically from a young age, driven by a passion to help others. She pursued a career in medicine, specializing in psychiatry. She moved to the UK in the early 2000s and settled in Burnley. During the 2020 health crisis, she personally delivered prescriptions to isolated women to ensure they received care during lockdown. Vian, her daughter, attended Marsden Heights Community College in Nelson, where she was an exceptional student. She loved art, just like her father Ali, who lived in Doha, Qatar after divorcing Saman in 2012. He remembered her as a sweet girl loved by everyone. And her loss left his life empty and purposeless. Back at the house, investigators were piecing the puzzle together. In the upstairs bedroom, they found Dr. Saman's body, showing signs of a violent struggle. An autopsy confirmed she died from neck compression, likely from strangulation with a cord, and she had been sexually assaulted prior to her death. There were also signs that someone had tried to set a fire upstairs, but it didn't fully catch. In the downstairs living room, they found Vian's body, severely burned, making initial identification difficult. The intensity of the fire in that room suggested deliberate action, as the flames had destroyed most of the area. A cloth was found wrapped around her neck and stuffed in her mouth. Bruising in her throat suggested suffocation as a possible cause of death. However, the extent of the burns complicated the pathologist's findings. Saman and Vian had recently been self-isolating, waiting for Vian's COVID-19 test result, which eventually came back negative. Traces of strong substances were found in both victims' systems, later confirmed in court to be sedatives mixed with wine and fruit juice. The fire appeared deliberate. Police believed a kettle had been used to start an electrical fire, suggesting the person responsible knew the house well. The investigation shifted focus to the victim's close circle, who had access to their home in late September 2020. Detectives reconstructed the timeline for the previous day. Saman was home, while Vian returned around 1:25 p.m. What happened during those critical hours between Vian's return and the discovery of their bodies the next morning? A turning point came when detectives reviewed CCTV footage from Colne Road and surrounding streets. The cameras caught a man visiting Saman's home on September 30th, arriving at around 1:26 p.m. and leaving late that night. That man was Shabaz Khan, a 51-year-old handyman from Ribble Street, Burnley. He had previously done work on the family's home. His presence coincided with the estimated time of the murders. On October 4th, police arrested two men, Shabaz Khan and another 56-year-old man from Burnley, both on suspicion of murder and arson. The second man, whose identity was not made public, was released without charge on October 5th after questioning, as his alibi was confirmed. Khan, however, remained in custody. On October 6th, officers obtained a 36-hour extension to continue questioning him. In a press conference, police urged the public to come forward with dashcam footage, home surveillance, or witness testimony from the Colne Road area. The focus was now fully on Khan. When police searched his home on Ribble Street, they found Saman's jewelry hidden, a discovery suggesting more than just a casual connection to the victims. Investigators also found a purple Samsung phone in Khan's home, which showed Google searches in September for terms like obsessed and definition of obsessed, indicating a disturbing state of mind. Witness interviews provided further context. Neighbors recalled Khan doing odd jobs at Saman's home over the years, describing him as polite but reserved. His van was seen parked near Colne Road repeatedly in the weeks leading up to the murders, although no one had reported suspicious behavior at the time. Saman's family, including her brother, confirmed Khan had been a trusted handyman. No one suspected he had evil intentions. Khan, a father of 5, was also originally from Pakistan and had lived in Burnley for years. He worked part-time at Tesco and as a repairman. In Pakistan, he was an engineer and English translator. Computer networks, but in the UK, Khan undertook individual jobs, including work at Saman's home for various repairs. This role gave him access to the family. CCTV footage, the discovery of jewelry, valued at over £27,000, hidden in Khan's home, and forensic evidence of deliberate arson and the presence of strong substances. All of this pointed to Khan as the main suspect in the case. During his initial interrogation, his statements were inconsistent and bizarre. He claimed that a supernatural being, a jinn named Robert, attacked him and was responsible for the crime. Khan further alleged that Vian was upstairs, and Saman was in the kitchen with Rita and Robert when he left the house, trying to place the blame on the victims or imaginary characters. On October 5th, while in custody, Khan threw himself across his cell, claiming that Robert pushed him. It was clear he was trying to pretend to be insane. Forensic evidence, including traces of sedatives in the victims' bodies, pointed to premeditation. Khan's phone records showed he was active near Colne Road in September, and CCTV confirmed he left the house after 10 p.m. Khan's wife, Rabia Shabaz, 44 years old, complicated the investigation by providing a false alibi, suggesting Khan may have pressured her to lie to protect him. On October 8, 2020, Khan was officially charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of arson. Prosecutors later explained, Khan was obsessed with Saman's jewelry and planned to steal it. When the sedatives he gave them failed, he resorted to violence, strangling Saman and Vian, then setting the house on fire to cover his tracks. The wall messages, "COVID house" and "Mom is evil," were merely attempts to mislead investigators, perhaps trying to frame Vian or suggest a domestic dispute during lockdown. Handwriting experts couldn't definitively link the writing to Khan, but its content implied someone familiar with the victim's isolation. While Khan awaited trial, investigators continued building the case. The trial began on June 14, 2021, at Preston Crown Court. Khan continued to deny the charges. His wife faced a separate charge, obstructing justice, for claiming Khan was home all day on September 30, 2020, even though CCTV and phone records placed him at the victim's home. The prosecution, led by David McLaughlin, presented a precise and powerful case, arguing that Khan's actions were calculated, cruel, and merciless, motivated by greed. They dismissed Khan's earlier claims, pointing out that during the trial, he admitted the jinn wasn't responsible, but now claimed someone else entered the house after he left at 10 p.m. Khan's defense initially maintained his innocence, suggesting his mental state was unstable. He testified that he was like a family friend to Saman and Vian, saying Vian was like a daughter to him. He insisted he left the house while both were still alive. He also said the psychiatric medication prescribed to him had cleared his mind, retracting the jinn story. On June 29, he requested the jury be dismissed, claiming he was mentally ill and unfit for trial. But the judge denied this, affirming Khan was sane and trying to evade punishment. The next day, June 30th, faced with overwhelming evidence, CCTV, phone records, and the stolen jewelry, Khan finally confessed to all charges. This sudden admission shocked the courtroom, sparing the jury from further deliberation. Meanwhile, his wife's trial continued. She denied obstructing justice, claiming she was confused and got the dates wrong due to pressure and long interrogation hours, believing Khan was at Tesco on September 30th. The prosecution countered, saying her false statement, given the day after Khan's arrest, was a deliberate lie to protect him. On July 1st, after less than 2 hours of jury deliberation, she was found guilty. The sentencing took place on October 5, 2021. Khan was given a life sentence, with a minimum of 34 years before parole, a punishment reflecting the planned and calculated nature of the murders. His wife received 15 months in prison for obstructing justice. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. As always, I welcome your thoughts and suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also check out our second channel. The link is in the pinned comment. Until the next video, stay safe and in God's protection.